Hey folks, SoloGamer here, and we're going to try another game of Mansions of Madness. Now, after my first series of Mansions of Madness, I got some people email me saying, hey, you notice you couldn't play that one solo, you're a solo gamer, is there a way to play it solo? And my response to that is, yeah, there's a way to play it solo. Just like you can play any game solo, but the game may suck if you play it solo because it's really meant to be played with two players. But we're going to undertake a solo game here, and I want to show you how it would play being solo. We're playing the Inner Sanctum scenario. We've got Jenny Barnes and Ash Camp Pete are our starters, and they start here in the chapel. She comes with a 45, he comes with a guitar. Go figure. Well, anyway, so since I'm playing by myself, I'm going to have to be the keeper and the player. Now, luckily, my memory sucks. So, the fact that my memory sucks is probably going to help make this game go a lot better than it normally would. Because, see, I had to seed the cards like you normally would. And I forgot what the hell I put under there. I put them like the scenario stated, but I forgot what I put where. And that's because after I set the game up, I left and went and did some stuff for like 30 minutes, and that way it helps me. That way I don't know where clue 1A is or clue 2A or anything like that, and I can't just head straight to it. So if you got a crappy memory, this game will play a little bit better solo. Okay, and we also lucked out because this objective here, the Inner Sanctum, objective 1A, we picked that one. The keeper may reveal this objective at any time, so I don't have to keep this one hidden. But now the hard part where this comes in is what do I do with the keeper things? Okay, I have Command Minion, I have Dark Ritual, I have Summon Worshippers, and then I have this summoning thing. Okay, and so I came up with a little rule here. I can do Dark Ritual anytime. That's no problem with that. Command Minion, if I need to move a monster, I'll move a monster towards a hero, so that's no problem with that. I will place a cultist in a space containing an altar, and that's not a problem with that. I'll probably spread that and do one each turn. I'll probably start with Dark Ritual, then I'll do a Summon Worshipper, and then I'll do a Command Minion if I want to or not. Then I have summoning. So in order to not just root for my keeper self and just want to totally win the game, as you can see right here, it says I can kill any number of cultists in one room to place the corresponding monster in the same room. So if I get more than one cultist, if I get one cultist, I can kill it and place a zombie there. If I put two cultists in there, I can kill it and get a Hound of Tindalos here. And if I kill three cultists, then I can get a Shoggoth here, and you can see this Shoggoth's going to be pretty hard. But way I got to do it is I got to do one cultist, kill one cultist first and get a zombie. And then if I do that, then later on when I want to do this card, I got to kill two cultists and do the Hand of Tindalos. And then if I do that, I got to kill three cultists and do a Shoggoth. I have to do one each in order first. I can't just skip to the Shoggoth. And so that's kind of make it a little bit more fair. Puzzles are still the same. They're kind of randomly picked, and you still got to figure them out, and so forth. So that's mainly where the hard decision in this game is going to come with. Now, if you were to try to play another scenario a little differently, if you were to try to play another scenario solo, it depends really on the objective. Like I said, on this one we lucked out because I can reveal the objective at any time. So, but there are some scenarios where you have to keep it a secret, and if this works out okay, or if I get some more requests to do it, then we'll try doing some of that to see if you could really truly play Mansions of Madness solo and have any fun doing it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with Mansions of Madness here. And our first player is going to be Jenny Barnes, okay? But first, let's read the story. Okay, this is the Inner Sanctum. It says, you hold the letter in your hand, still shaken and bewildered. It had been years since you heard from Professor Marie LeBlanc. You'd been through some chilling adventures together, and she saved your life on more than one occasion. Her note made it clear. This time, she needed you to save hers. You steady your hand and reread the letter. If you are reading this, then I'm already dead, or worse. Since you're holding this letter, it means that my assistant has not heard from me in at least a week. I was hoping it would never come to this, but you are now my plan C, my only hope for survival, and more importantly, all that stands in the way of a monstrous conspiracy. You probably recall the questionable science experiments at Miskatonic University a few years back. Things quickly got out of control, but somehow you saved a lot of lives that day. I unfortunately must ask even more of you this time. A couple of years ago, I retired and moved to a lazy country home near the town of Dunwich. Things were relaxing and uneventful until a few months ago. That's when the disappearances started. At first it was farm animals, chickens and sheep vanishing in the middle of the night. Then last month people started to vanish, mostly young women. The sheriff is a bumbling idiot, so I took it upon myself to get to the bottom of this mystery. As I dug deeper, I found strange occurrences happening late at night in the old monastery. The old bell would ring at the witching hour, and shadowy figures were seen entering long after dark. In the years past, the local monks and sisters kept mostly to themselves, but my instincts tell me that their motives have become sinister. I started asking questions and planning my infiltration of their organization. Over the weeks, I earned their trust and respect and could clearly sense a dark secret hiding under the surface. I leave now for my official indoctrination into the sisterhood. Once inside the walls, I hope to stop this conspiracy once and for all. It is now abundantly clear that I have failed. So that's the inner sanctum. And then the prologue starts. You observe the monastery from the tree line as icy sleet hammers into your trench coat. Surprisingly, you do not notice any guards. As you watch, a few figures clothed in dark robes enter the chapel through a large oaken door. You pause for a few long minutes and then follow them. You slip past a few stone statues and through the ornate door. You are greeted by the sight of vaulted ceilings, stained glass windows, and a peppering of small wooden pews. As you absorb your surroundings, the door leading into the study slams shut. And so that's where we are. Alright, and we'll start with Jenny. And first thing she's going to do is she's going to explore. And she picks up this torch. Okay. And then she can move. Well, she had 1, 2, and then she will move into here. Okay. And we have Ashcan, and we'll split them up. And we will move Ashcan 1, 2, and he will move a third time, 3. Okay, so now it is my keeper's turn. Okay, now we put a time token on the time event thing, and it says I can start the game with 2 threat, which is what I do. Well, actually, I start the game with 1 threat. And then I get 2 because it's my turn, and I get 2 meet those cards. Okay. And I can spin the thing to do here, but I will not. I will spend 1 threat to place a cultist in the altar. Okay, and I will put the cultist right here. Then I will spend another threat to make it even and put the cultist in this altar right here. And then now that is it for me, and now it is the player's turn. And Jenny here will explore, and there's nothing of interest there. Okay, and then we come to this obstacle here, which you can look at, and this is a lockbox. You must solve lock puzzle 5A to discard this card and continue exploring the room. Okay, so we will do that, but first it's going to be his turn. So he moves 1, he explores and gets this card, and this is a... Why is the homeless guy always getting the wine? Saturnine wine. So he gets 1. It's that. It says 1, and he comes to the obstacle here, and this is a locked cabinet. Okay, well he doesn't have a key to get past that. But he can move into there. Okay, so it's Jenny's turn. Let's see what we got for the lockbox. Okay, so her intellect is 4. And what we will do is we will do a skill token. So that adds 2. So we have 6 actions on here. So we will flip these over here. Okay. So this is one action. I guess it goes like, yeah, there it goes, one action. Okay. Two action. Three action. Okay. Then we have this here. And that's a perfect match. That's four action. That's five action. Six action. So the lockbox opens. Okay, so we can get rid of the lockbox, but that is our turn there. So we have to wait till next turn to explore. Okay, so now is my turn, the keeper's turn, and I'll gain 2 threat. And so I have 3 threat. And what I will do is I will command minion on this cultist here. 1, 2. And I will spin another threat. 1, 2. Alright, that leaves me with 1 threat left. Okay. And I will spin Dark Ritual, and I will get 1 Mythos and 1 Trauma card. Okay. Bedroom, nursery, or bathroom. Okay. Alright, so it's the hero's turn. And Jenny, she can explore. She gets the crucifix. And she gains nothing of interest. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, lock cabinet is locked. So he could go. Let's see here. Let him go with, try to go back with Jenny. Or he could try the secret passage. He's 1. And this is a puzzle box. So he can go here 2. And he can try to solve the puzzle box. Alright. So let's see. Okay, well I went ahead and did it off camera, so I spent my last thing to do the puzzle box. So he got explore next turn. Okay, so now it is my keeper's turn, and I get 2. And what I will do is I will spin my threat to move the cultist there. And I will spin another threat to move 1, 2. Okay, so now we have to start doing horror checks and stuff. Okay. So we'll start with, well, Ash can be the only one really that has to do a horror check. So we will do that. Ash Can's going to roll. He's got a 7. Yeesh. So, well, dang. His willpower is 7. What do you know? Huh. Alright, so he passes his horror check. Okay. And the monster will attack. Let's see, monster was hiding. Monster attacks. The monster tries to baste you. Test your intellect. I rolled a 3. His intellect is 3. Okay. You can't be fooled so easily. No effect. Okay, so that worked out pretty good. Alright, so now it's Jenny's turn. And she is going to move 1. Alright, now she has to do a horror check. Alright, and her willpower is 7 as well, so she passed. Okay, now she has a gun, and so she is going to move here and attack that cultist. Alright, so she has an attack, and this is a ranged weapon. Alright, the top hat. Oh, test marksmanship. Alright, she gains +2 on that. Ooh, so that's terrible. Her marksmanship is 6, 8, and she missed. You are stunned. Your shot goes wild and a flash of gun blinds you. You are stunned. That was terrible. Okay, so she's stunned. Just a woman not know how to use a gun. Okay. That's it for her. well, Ash can go now, and he will attack, and he has the guitar. That's a blunt melee weapon, so he will try that melee weapon. Alright, test strength. So that's what he's going to do. Alright, his strength is 6, and he fails. Man. So some terrible stuff here. Okay, so it's my turn. I will gain 2 threat. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Okay, well, I will just not I will hog them, and I will have the cultist attack these players. And we'll start with Jenny first, and this is the monster makes its special attack. Alright. The cultist charges covered in blood, test dexterity +1. Wow. Well, she failed that. Eesh. So, take 4 damage, 1 horror, and kill this cultist. Okay, well, the cultist, I guess, committed a suicide. But she takes 4 damage, 1 horror. So we will do that. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, now this cultist attacks Ashcan. Jeez, come on now. Monster versus monster attacks. Okay. You catch sight of a tantalizing red medallion hanging around the enemy's neck. Test willpower. Okay, so I passed that. Alright, pass. You stare stubbornly into your enemy's eyes, no effect. Okay. So there's no effect. Alright, so it's back to our turn. Jenny's going to have to remove the stun token. That's all she can do. Ashcan will try to attack with his guitar. Alright. You swing from the heart using your pin-up rage. Test willpower. 6. That's a pass because his willpower is 7. Alright, deal weapon damage. Then he has to discard the guitar. But it does 3 damage. So this cultist, this is one part again where if you play solo though, you know, if you're the keeper, you're only supposed to know how much health they have. Which this one has 5. See, as a player I wasn't supposed to know. But there's no way to avoid that in this. So this thing does 3 damage. He takes 3 damage. And he's going to stay where he's at. Okay, so now it is my turn. Now we'll gain 2 more threat. And what I probably will do is I will... Okay, I will summon 2 more cultists. 1, 1. And then that's going to be it for my turn. Okay, and then we'll do Jenny, and she can explore now. And she takes this dole chance. Okay, which is what she's going to do. Then she's going to move and stay there. Okay. Ashcan can attack again. And he attacks with no weapon. You recklessly throw yourself at your enemy, test strength. And he passed that. Alright, pass. Take 1 damage and deal 3 damage. So he killed the cultist, but he takes 3 damage himself. I mean 1 damage himself. So there he goes. Alright, we'll come back. We'll end it here. We'll come back and it'll be the keeper's turn. Just SoloGamer saying, see you then.